Let's push Greenwich. Need help on blue.
We can outlast them.
I see the enemy.
I see the enemy. Thanks.
The birds will deal with them. Stick around.
Viscus is missing. Thanks. I see the enemy. I'm going in.
They couldn't have gotten far.
See how easy it is, Pocket. A green walker is under attack. Broadway is under attack.
Let's see them. They have to be around here somewhere.
Headed to blue.
Purchase could make the difference.
Paradox is missing.
Come back if you need anything else.
Please obey.
Greenwich is under attack. Such blessings the king shall give.
Headed to green. Blue needs help.
Headed to Broadway.
Going in. Headed to Greenwich.
Attack.
I see the enemy.
Roll back.
Greenwich is under attack.
Little bit of advice. Don't get caught.
Headed to Greenwich. Affliction's on cooldown.
Going
Headed
in.
to yellow.
I go where I want.
I'm going in.
This is just the beginning.
Headed to blue.
Damn.
The Blue Walker is under attack.
I see the enemy. Let's go yellow. Going in. Let's go to York. Going in.
I see you. No running.
I see the enemy. Pull back. Defend Greenwich.
It's over. Sweet revenge. We all played our parts. Stick around.
I see Paradox.
Defend green.
Find them.
Greenwich is under attack.
Anywhere.
I think I need long range. Sharpshooter, I mean.
My friend, survival is paramount.
Tying them down. Stay put.
Headed to blue.
Receive the blessing of
I'm going in.
I bought us some time.
They're in mid.
to bring support to the Ember Hand.
They're in mid. Going in. Let's go mid.
closer as the
Headed to Broadway.
walks.
Let's push York.
I rise. Throwing stake.
Headed to green. I'm going in. Headed to green. Soul Jar's here. Going in. Pull back.
Today you're making history.
Pull back. Headed to Broadway. Let's push yellow. I'm going in. Defend Greenwich. I'm going in. Just stay out of my way. Thank you.
Let's push York.
One by one.
Stay right there. I really hope they try to run. The pros obey. No one hides from me. No one out here.
Going in.
They're mine.
Pull back.
顔面ラップ対決用意スタート。おい
Ella es la madre.
Don't shoot me! My son is in here!
Fui para donde está la mesa noche de mi marido y cogí la pistola, la cargué, ahí estaba el...
Ella es la madre que aparece en este video empuñando.
I see Wraith.
Silver's also there.
Let's go for a walk, Ava.
I'll move them around the battlefield.
Well, you have swap, huh?
Знаете, что произошло? Да, телефон можешь, пожалуйста. У вас один телефон? Да. Так, руки. Давайте. Помнишь, поедем, да? Да, хорошо. Знаете, что произошло? Что-то пояснить сразу можете? Нет. Сергей Сергеевич, убираю службу безопасности, задерживаю по подозрению государственной измены. Знаете, что произошло? Сергей Сергеевич, убираю службу безопасности, Сергей Сергеевич, убираю службу безопасности, задерживаю по подозрению государственной измены. Знаете, что произошло? Да. Телефон ваш, пожалуйста. У вас один телефон? Да. Так, руки. Давайте. Помнишь, поедем, да? Да, хорошо. Знаете, что произошло? Что-то пояснить сразу можете? Нет. Надо посмотреть.
Se nos metió un lobo marino adentro de la calcilla. Mira, mira cómo duerme. Nah, esto es una cosa, esto no sé. Se nos metió un lobo marino adentro de la calcilla.
It's so comfortable too. $90.54 GB.
I was just about to check out when I noticed a stunning young woman staying in the room next door. One look at her and I was completely captivated. Knowing she was staying here too, I decided on the spot to extend my stay another night. Since I had to take a client hunting up in the mountains the next day and couldn't sleep anyway, I headed over to the bar next to the hotel for a couple of drinks. The moment I walked up to the front desk, there she was again, that gorgeous blonde from earlier. Her beautiful face and incredible figure had me mesmerized. We'd only crossed paths once, so I didn't want to seem forward by approaching her. When I found out she worked there as a server, I was about to ask the owner if she was seeing anyone, but just then she accidentally knocked over a tray. I wanted to make my move, but I didn't want to embarrass myself, so I held back. Back at the hotel, I was cleaning my rifle when I heard a commotion outside. Being cautious, I quickly tucked a pistol into my waistband and went to check it out. Turned out some drunk was harassing the blonde from next door. When he saw my build and the gun on my hip, the punk took off running from the hotel. Seeing her there alone, I thought about introducing myself. But with the hunt coming up in the morning, I just turned around and headed back to my room to get some sleep. Early the next morning, I grabbed my gear and drove down to the shop at the base of the mountain. When I asked the owner who my client was for the day, that same blonde from next door walked through the door.
Hi, I'm Kate.
It finally clicked. The client I was supposed to guide on this hunting trip was this beautiful young woman standing right in front of me. We didn't waste any time and headed straight up the mountain. That's when Kate told me I was just about to check out when
Sasuke's Rinnegan is very peculiar for a few reasons. It's the only Rinnegan that we see in the Naruto series that has Tomoe in it, and you may be saying, well, but what about Madara's Rinne Sharingan? Well, it's a Rinne Sharingan, not a Rinnegan. Yes, it has Tomoe, but it's a different eye. Sasuke also has a singular Rinnegan eye, unlike the other Awakeners of the Rinnegan, Hagoromo and Madara, who had two Rinnegan, one in each eye. But Sasuke has the Rinnegan on his left eye and his EMS in the right eye. And Sasuke also seems to be unable to turn his Rinnegan off. He never really does it. Even when his Sharingan on the right side is turned off, he never turns off the Rinnegan, which makes you believe, okay, he probably can't. So why is that the case? Why is Sasuke's Rinnegan so different from everybody else's? Well, the first thing you have to take a look at in order to find out why he only has a Rinnegan on one side and why he has Tomoe in it is how he even awakened the Rinnegan. It certainly wasn't a typical awakening, if you even can call any Rinnegan awakening typical, because never awakened it. Hagoromo, we saw him awakening it in a filler and it's crap. Really, he just sees his brother almost dying and is like, oh, Rinnegan, awakened. It's filler anyway, so we don't really know exactly how he awakened it. Madara, on the other hand, did the quote-unquote standard method of awakening by first acquiring the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and then implanting Hashirama cells on himself, mixing the Indra and Ashura chakras in order to mimic Hagoromo's chakra and awaken his eye. Madara was only able to awaken the Rinnegan prior to his death when he was very old, so he had to implant those in Nagato so that he could use them later. After Nagato used the Rinne Tensei to revive him, of course, this plan didn't pan out exactly how Madara wanted, but regardless, this is how Madara tried to do things, and he awakened it in the most normal way. Sasuke, on the other hand, six paths in this limbo kind of place when he was almost about to die because of Madara's stab, and then Hagoromo basically gave him the Rinnegan with the Moon Seal, just like he gave Naruto 6-Path Sage Mode and the Sun Seal. And this may sound weird because, oh, don't you need Hashirama cells or Ashura's chakra in order to awaken it? I can see a few explanations for that. Number one, because Sasuke was getting the Rinnegan straight from Hagoromo himself, he didn't need to acquire Ashura chakra and mix it with his Indra chakra in order to awaken the Rinnegan, because that's supposed to mimic the Sage of Six Paths chakra, Hagoromo's. And Hagoromo was like giving the Rinnegan to Sasuke there, so he had Hagoromo's own chakra available to him. It's not as though he needs to mimic it through other methods. And yes, I'm saying Ashura's chakra here because we find out that it's not simply putting a Mangekyo Sharingan or Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan with Senju chakra. In order for you to awaken the Rinnegan, you have to fuse the chakras of Indra and Ashura, and only their reincarnations can do that. So if someone like Itachi, for example, awakened the EMS and got Tsunade's chakra, he would never awaken the Rinnegan no matter how hard he tried. You had to be a reincarnation of Indra and get Ashura's chakra in order to do so. But Sasuke here kind of takes a shortcut because he is an Indra reincarnation and he just happens to be visited by the Sage of Six Paths himself. The sage says, here you go, Sasuke, take the Rinnegan, defeat Madara, or
This is just the beginning.
Hagoromo was aware that
Stick around.
trying to take over the world after the war was done, but but he saw that it was the option to Kage slash Madara. Sharing power with Sasuke.
No one is getting in my way.
The second explanation as to how he even awakened it was that Hashirama
I don't have the luxury of morality.
So when Hashirama was pinned down by Madara's rods and he was like, oh, I can't do anything, Sasuke passes by him and Hashirama says, come here, Uchiha boy, I have a power that I would like to share with you. And we never see this scene because it cuts away from it when Hashirama's about to do it, and we never get the explanation as to what Hashirama even did there. I guess Kishimoto kind of forgot about it, but one could imply that Hashirama just kind of shared a bit of his chakra, or maybe some cells, even though he was Nerotan, so I guess cells, it's kind of difficult because it wouldn't be his own cells, but chakra, sure. And then Sasuke had that chakra in order to awaken the Rinnegan, and when Hagoromo presents himself to Sasuke, it was just like a little push because the conditions were met. He had Hashirama's chakra, who was an Ashura reincarnation. He is also an Indra reincarnation, so you mix the chakras together, and bam, Rinnegan. Hagoromo only has to give a little push because it seems like the Rinnegan only awakens after a long time of maturity. The chakras have to fuse themselves over a long period. That's why Madara took so long to awaken the Rinnegan, and it's also pretty much implied that you can only awaken the Rinnegan when you are at the verge of death. After all, Madara only awakened it when he was almost dying from old age, and Sasuke only awakened it when he was almost dying from Madara piercing his heart. So yeah, Sasuke's awakening is very special. The other famous Rinnegan users did not awaken the Rinnegan, they were using Madara's Rinnegan. So we can establish that Sasuke's conditions are very specific. And because they were so different, we can assume they make Sasuke's Rinnegan different as well. Why do we have the Rinnegan in only one eye? I can see several explanations for that. Number one, because Hagoromo wasn't really a physical presence when he showed up to give Sasuke the Rinnegan, he didn't have enough power to imbue Sasuke with two Rinnegan. He could only awaken it in one side, which was still enough for Sasuke to become far more powerful and use the Moon Seal, which was needed
Binding them.
because Hagoromo heard what Sasuke plans to do hatred of everybody on the planet so that they could be at peace by hating Sasuke. This is the revolution that Sasuke planned, that's why he fought against Naruto, and Hagoromo didn't really want that to happen. So if he gave Sasuke two Rinnegan, he would be too powerful and Naruto wouldn't be able to stop him. We'll find this explanation less likely because if Hagoromo had more power to imbue upon Sasuke and Naruto, he would have certainly done so because the fate of the world was at stake. If they didn't seal Madara or Kaguya there, then everybody would die essentially, because eventually in the Infinite Tsukuyomi everybody would die of dehydration or starvation, and even if you assume people were being fed through the weird lengths of wood style, they would eventually die of old age and nobody would be produced anymore until you
My own opportunities.
so yeah, if
Stay right there.
really would have. And Naruto as well for that. But this explanation is not that solid either because Sasuke's Rinnegan is clearly more powerful than a regular Rinnegan because it has 6 Tomoe. And it's kind of established in the verse that the more Tomoe something has, the more powerful it is. It was a massive deal back in Naruto Part 1 when Sasuke awakened the 3rd Tomoe of his Sharingan. So imagine a Rinnegan with 6 Tomoe.
Stay put. No more games. I'll find a place to snipe. Cut their eyes out. Throwing stake. I'll have their head.
Obviously, the Rena Sharingan, which has 9 Tomoe, is like way beyond that, but still, a 6 Tomoe Rinnegan is not tough. Not even moderate or high roll had a 6 Tomoe Rinnegan and Sasuke. So imagine how much more powerful Sasuke would have been if he had 2 6 Tomoe Rinnegan, because we know that when you have 2 Rinnegan eyes, it's not like you're just adding up the power of the 2 eyes. No, your power grows exponentially. This is what Obito tells us. He was unable to implant Madara's second Rinnegan because he couldn't handle the power. And that's the reason why Sasuke has a 6th second Rinnegan exponentially. This is what Obito tells us. He was unable to implant Madara's second Rinnegan because he couldn't handle the power. And that's the reason why Sasuke has a 6 Tomoe Sharingan, unlike anybody else. It's just a more powerful eye. Mechanically speaking, he probably has those Tomoe because Hagoromo imbued it with them. Sasuke needed to acquire 6 Paths Chakra in order to even touch Madara and seal him because ninjutsu didn't work on the guy. After all, he was Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails, so the 6 Tomoe in the Rinnegan represent him receiving this upgrade from Hagoromo. An upgrade that a regular Rinnegan wouldn't have, 6 Paths Chakra. His Onyx Chidori that he used against Madara in conjunction with Naruto's Magna-style Rasengan is clearly showing that Madara can be touched by Sasuke. Sasuke also cuts Madara in half with a Chidori spear, and we saw that characters like Jubito, for example, and even Jubidaro when he fought against other ninjas, they were not hurt at all by ninjutsu. Raw ninjutsu, that is. You had to use Sage Mode or the Curse Mark or some type of senjutsu or just raw taijutsu like 8th Gates guy used against Madara in order to touch them. But then Sasuke rolls around and his regular ninjutsu attacks are working. That's because his Rinnegan is a 6 Tomoe Rinnegan imbued with Sage of 6 Paths Chakra. This is also the reason why Naruto can be hurt by Sasuke's ninjutsu, because he also has Sage of 6 Paths Sage Mode, which is what allows the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails to negate ninjutsu. So yeah, technically, Sage of 6 Paths Naruto, the Naruto that ends Naruto Shippuden, cannot be touched by regular ninjutsu, only by Sasuke's. So yeah, it was extremely important for Hagoromo to give the 6 Tomoe to Sasuke's Sharingan, making it a more powerful Rinnegan than your average Rinnegan. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to do anything against Madara. But why can't Sasuke turn off his Rinnegan? In order for us to answer this question, we also have to look at other characters that cannot turn off their dojutsu eyes. Kakashi being the prime example of that. When Kakashi received Obito's Sharingan, he could never really turn it off. So much so that, in order for him not to die of chakra starvation, he had to cover his Sharingan eye most of the time with his Leaf Ninja headband. The Sharingan, when activated, spends chakra constantly. Now, it's not that much chakra that it spends, but it does burn way more chakra when you cast a jutsu in conjunction with your Sharingan. However, because Kakashi is not a true Uchiha and he has a Sharingan, his body's not really used to it. It could never tame the Sharingan like somebody with a real bloodline, and therefore, he spends more chakra just by having it out. And so he has to blind himself in one eye most of the time so that he just doesn't run out of chakra because of it. It's very clearly intentional that Kakashi is this guy with his entire face covered because, yeah, the Sharingan is something alien for him. And Kakashi cannot turn off his Sharingan because it simply isn't his eye. He can only just have it there, but it's gonna stay that way forever because that was Obito's Sharingan and not his. This is how the rules of the jutsu work. If you have a borrowed eye, you cannot deactivate it. And then you may say, well, but Kakashi can change between the 3 Tomoe state and the Mangekyo Sharingan state. And yeah, that's true. But Kakashi also awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan. Now, the mechanics of Kakashi awakening the Mangekyo Sharingan are a little bit weird because obviously we know that Obito had one of the Sharingan, Kakashi had the other when they awakened it. This is very much shown in the scene. But it's strange because in order for an Uchiha to awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan, the brain of the Uchiha releases this special type of chakra after experiencing this massive anguish, and that's what turns the Sharingan into the Mangekyo. However, Kakashi is not an Uchiha, so his brain couldn't release that powerful special chakra in order for him to gain the Mangekyo. So we can only speculate as to how Kakashi was able to do so. Number one, Obito awakened his own Mangekyo in his eye socket, but whenever you awaken one Mangekyo, you awaken the other, wherever it may be, even though this doesn't make that much sense because Itachi even says, oh, the Susanoo is the power that the ones who awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan in both eyes can attain. So this kind of implies that you can awaken the Mangekyo in only one eye. Option number two is that somehow Obito managed to transfer that powerful chakra release from his brain into Kakashi while he watched Kakashi killing Rin, because they were pretty close. So if the brain expands the chakra outwards, maybe it reached Kakashi's eye and awakened the Mangekyo as well. Or Kakashi, even though he's not an Uchiha, also has similar properties in his chakra and was able to awaken the Mangekyo like that too. Though this seems less likely. I mean, obviously for story reasons, Kakashi had to awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan, and it was just a cool scene to see both of them awakening individually but at the same time. But my point is, because the Sharingan awakened into the Mangekyo Sharingan while it was in Kakashi's socket, this is probably why Kakashi is able to switch between 3 Tomoe and Mangekyo, but not turn off the Sharingan completely, because he technically awakened it himself. We also had Nagato, who could never deactivate his Rinnegan, because it also didn't belong to him. Madara implanted the Rinnegan into Nagato when he was very young. And you may say, well, but when Nagato was very young, he didn't have the Rinnegan. His eyes were just regular old Madara black eyes with nothing really fancy about them. And then he awakened the Rinnegan upon seeing the tragedy his life bestowed upon him. But that's beside the point. The more important thing is that once his eyes switched from no dojutsu to Rinnegan, he could never switch them back. And it also seems like he had no access to Madara's Mangekyo Sharingan abilities, only the base Rinnegan abilities. Likely because Madara himself could not use his Mangekyo abilities while his Rinnegan was activated. We even see in the 5 Kage fight that when Madara casts a Mangekyo Sharingan Genjutsu on the Raikage, he has to switch from the Rinnegan back to the EMS. And because Nagato couldn't do it because the Rinnegan was the final form of Madara's eye and just went all the way there, he just couldn't really access Madara's Mangekyo Sharingan abilities, and because he couldn't use the base abilities, he couldn't use the Susanoo as well. This is another difference between Madara's Rinnegan and Sasuke's Rinnegan, because Sasuke can use Amaterasu with his Rinnegan. He doesn't have to switch back to the Mangekyo in order to use Amaterasu. He cries tears of blood from the Rinnegan itself and shoots Amaterasu from it. Certainly because the Rinnegan Hagoromo bestowed upon him was special and had Tsutomu. And also, let's be real, the reason why Kishimoto gave Sasuke 6 and make it look really cool, because yeah, to have they look cool as hell. We also have Danzo, who couldn't really turn off his Sharingan. That's why he also used bandages to cover his face. And Obito couldn't deactivate his Rinnegan when he got Nagato's
I rise.
So with
Locking down an area.
the eyes that are Itachi's eyes. After all,
They're mine.
Because once you implant your brother's eyes, you start to raise the eyes. Those eyes
They took out Drifter.
It almost seems like Sasuke's Rinnegan is reverting back to a regular.
My own opportunities.
When Sasuke got a project.
They're not catching me.
You're mine. Yes, it's implied that every single dojutsu, just by the virtue of it being used, spends chakra. However, the Rinnegan seems to be different. The Rinnegan activated and he didn't use a blindfold or anything like that in order to cover his eyes so that he wouldn't spend the chakra. Now maybe you can check that up. Nagato just having massive chakra reserves. But would he really just spend his chakra willy-nilly if he could help it? I don't know, it sounds weird. And Obito doesn't really do anything to cover his Rinnegan either when he gets it. So it's likely that the Rinnegan is simply a deeper dojutsu. It doesn't really spend that much chakra without casting it. But it also makes it difficult to deactivate. Yes, you can see modern deactivation.
Boom.
But other than
What the fuck?
it appears that the Rinnegan is just your standard eye.
Forgive me, Wesley.
Madara only did that. It's almost as though once you get the Renegon, it becomes your standard time. Unlike the Sharingan or the Byakugan, which you have to activate. So Sasuke just chooses not to deactivate it.
My truth. Taking front.
Whoa! You're doing so much! Thank you, Ram. It's your turn.
I'll get them next time.
I can't see this through. So it appears that
Drifter.
and if Sasuke felt the need to close his left eye and nerf that perception during the fight, deactivate his Rinnegan.
Use the palm, not just your fingers. What's up with your suit? Is he bleeding from his armpits?
Miles, Hobie, Miles.
Hi, I've never heard of you because Gwen barely ever mentioned you.
Alright, my name's Obi Brown. I was bitten by her. Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, man. And for the last 3 years, I've been the one and only. Wait. You think I'm gonna show you my secret identity? Come out of here. That is when I'm not playing antagonizing fascists, staging unpermitted political action / performing art pieces, or having a laugh at the pub with a man then. I'm not a role model. I was briefly a runway model. I hate the AM, I hate the PM, hate Abels. I'm not a hero because calling yourself a hero makes you a self-apologizing narcissistic autocrat.
I thought you hated labels.
Wendy, you never jump around my place.
Well, what's a jumper?
It's a sweater.
How many sweaters do you have?
That's not mine, I'm sure.
And your toothbrush.
Wait, what?
Where's my chucks?
Y'all make a heck of a team.
I don't believe in teams.
Aren't you in a band?
I don't believe in consistency.
This guy's killing you. This is gonna be good for us, Spider-Man. You and me, we're finally gonna live up to our potential. You'll finally have a villain worth fighting, and I won't be just a joke to you.
It's a good day.
You're mine.
Crows are back.
Find a way to stop shit from healing.
Drifter.
It takes more than that to kill me.
Better have tried to kill me. Stay with me. next one. They do not hit. Only one of us gets revenge today, Wesley. Throwing stake. It's over. They can't run forever. No running.
Without your help, we will be in peril.
I'm ready to put on a show. We've lost.
Behind my closed eyes, closed eyes. Now I don't wanna wake up. 20 questions in my vision, loving me. turning into something deeper than a simple crush. Maybe love, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been searching, you keep glowing. Try to stop before I fall too far, but I keep leading. You don't really know.
Bloodstick.
Support is invaluable. Greenwich is under attack. You have a kind spirit, Rem.
I just stay cool.
Came from the bottom of the room, too frosty. Chain hang heavy, everything look costly. Talk real big, but the numbers don't match. I'm on one time, so such a quiet. Let me slide, let me do this up. TV, so I can stay low. Show this up, I ain't bought no motion. How they all fail, I just stairs and they leave you alone. Mine stay sharp, but it's not stay on.
You make me feel
Top flow calm, but the heart still worried. That's what happen when the nights get brutal. Came from the bottom of the room, too frosty. Chain hang heavy, everything look costly. Talk real big, but the numbers don't match. Whole section get quiet. Black truck slide in the door, just slowly. Whole team eat, so the table stay low.
no one
Late night, but let's go. Baby, come and step a little closer now. Let me show you what I'm on about. I could give you what you need tonight. Make the whole room feel just right. Baby, you remind me of something, but I can't put my mind on it. You remind me of something. Girl, you gotta show me. You gotta find it.
Actually, nobody cares.
Like I've been here before somehow. Yeah, you remind me of something. Girl, you gotta show me now.
No more games.
Revolver better. I mean, true.
Dude, look at the drip. Jesus. Wow.
Not too shabby. If you can hit consistent headshots with the FAMAS, it's very good. I'm French, I speak little English, and same understand little English. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, teammates are nice with it. Told me her name was Billie Jean. Bro, Zeke, you literally got through, bro. Hello?
Oh no.
I wanted money. Bro, leaked promotional images of the witch armor that Dr. Doom had built over the course of multiple years. These things are fire as fuck, bro. Holy shit. Dude, he just said my 4-year-old daughter was making it. Don't be so mean. Oh no. Oh no, I just called it terrible and his 4-year-old daughter made it. Oh god. I'm a piece of shit, bro. I take it back.
More blood! Bloodstain!
Let's see you still stand.
Chaser sword.
Lifting.
Chaser sword. Tremble before the sanguine call of death.
Ryan was trolling that he has fucking Divine Barrier. That's Divine Barrier. Enhanced one. 18 seconds? Oh my lord. Loss.
Chaser sword.
Balance. They're so tanky, holy fuck.
You gotta try a lot harder than that.
Slow and I change that mood. All night long, got the glass half tip. Cold stare, nice fit, and the words girl smooth. Yeah, I move when I like that energy. This type of scene feel routine to me. City lights, rooftop talks, and the bottom.
Take a say something.
Let's fucking go! Let's go, man! Let's go! Let's go! Yes, I'm dead! You fucking dead! You got this! That's what I needed! Let's go! Let's go! goodbye, she left.
Marvel has a strict tier list. At the top,
This is the best vacation I ever took. It's fun when they're strong like that. No one will miss you.
Slime you?